Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Random Pets LaBARKatory Challenge! And it has been a very long time since we have actually rolled up our sciencey sleeves, put on our safety goggles, and ended up in the Random LaBARKatory. But we are finally back to enjoy hippogriffs! Look at this! Look at these beautiful feathers! Look at those claws! Look at the little hooves on the back! Not to mention the absolutely amazing beak on the front. Holy cow, it has been a little while since we have been in the lab with our hippogriffs, getting ready to see what kind of curious crossbreeds they might mix up. But I have missed it, you guys. Oh my gosh, being able to have you guys come in as my lab assistants and be able to make some crossbreeds between some different animals like a hippogriff and a fox is definitely my idea of a good time this afternoon. And hopefully we'll end up with a lot of really curious little kits who might even have wings, or they might have the hippogriff's beak, and it'll be a great way to kind of celebrate the fact that Halloween is right around the corner and the beautiful autumn season is definitely settling in across most of the United States right now. So I thought, why not jump back in with things that made me think about both those things. The hippogriff, making me think about Halloween, also known as my mother's birthday, and of course our lovely, beautiful orange russet fox Timber. So let's do this! I hope you guys remember how we do this after all. We are going to be making some crossbreeds out of these animals, and you guys are actually going to have a chance to become a hippogriff fox crossbreed, which really could result in a lot of very interesting mixes. And all you guys need to do in order to end up becoming one of these little offspring is leave a comment down below. Then bada boom, bada bing, you too may suddenly have a beak and a gigantic foxtail, or you might end up looking like some sort of horror that science should have never tried to create. It's definitely part of the randomness of the Random Pets LaBARKatory Challenge. So alright, I hope you guys are ready to meet Ava! And Ava, thank you so much for your sweet comments in our last video, which was with a, let's see, the last video we had, I'm pretty sure, was with a sheep and a fox. So actually, the fox has returned once again, which is pretty exciting. But we have the hippogriff, and if you guys want to create the hippogriff, all you need to do is go to the Kalinotron's wonderful Tumblr, download all of her content. She has some of the most game-changing Sims 4 pets content out there, and I can never recommend it enough because she's just fantastic. She's been doing a lot more lately too. She actually has a little baby Yoda cat that she put up on the gallery, I think yesterday, and it just completely cracked me up. You might see it show up in the future. But alright, so as the magic begins to settle into the air with Halloween and the autumn season arriving, we have a hippogriff who flies over the forest and is looking for a place to land in the craggy cliff sides as they roam from the tall mountains that they still hide away from, using the last bits of their magic to be able to keep them isolated and out of prying human eyes. And as the hippogriff's claws and hooves scrape against the rocky cliffside, gaining a purchase, they surprise a fox, a lovely red fox named Timber, who was actually currently sniffing around a berry bush and nibbling a few of the ripening autumnal berries. And Timber looks up, berries still in his mouth, in awe, as Ava, the beautiful hippogriff, lands before him. And lucky for Timber, Ava happens to be on her way to go ahead and lay some new eggs into her nest, where she will curl up over them throughout the winter, keeping them warm with her feathers and fur, and then taking them out for their first flights when spring arrives. At least assuming that her babies will be able to fly, and we'll use the random generator, aka my dice, in order to decide if her babies inherit any of her features, including her beak, her wings, and her hooves. So this is going to be really fun. I think normally Ava definitely would have been looking for another one of her own kind, but she's a little bit open-minded, and she's kind of let things go for a while. She got distracted hanging out in a more tropical area for quite a bit, and when she looks up, there's just something about Timber that catches her eye. So let's go ahead and let's see what happens if you mix a hippogriff and a fox. And I think Timber is just kind of enchanted. Like, it's not every day that you basically have this glorious, mysterious, mythical creature land from the skies. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna take Ava and we're gonna mix her genes with Timber, and then we will have these tiny little ones be laid as eggs in some distant mountain. For all we know, maybe Timber will jump on Ava's back and come along to just go on a big grand adventure together. That's kind of a cool thought. And, oh, look at this baby! So this will be the little one, and his name is actually going to be Lynx. Lynx, I'm so glad you enjoy these wonderful crossbreed adventures, and congratulations on being the first to hatch out of the 6 eggs that we will have Ava leave in her little cave. All right, Lynx, let's see what kind of little, let's see, Hippofox? Hippofox is a really cool idea. Let's see what kind of Hippofox you're going to be. You're a troublemaker who is loyal and also hairy, so we'll have to see if that means you end up with any feathers to be able to fly with your mom, or wings at least to fly with your mom, or maybe you'll have to run around and eat some berry bushes with your dad. All right, so there's little Lynx. We will grow Lynx up in a little bit here when spring arrives in order to see how big Lynx is going to be, small like their fox father or large like their hippogriff mother. And then we will roll to see if as they become adults, they mature into having the wings, the beaks, and the hooves that their mother does. All right, so let me go ahead and pull up the next name so we can come on in. And we're going to have this one hatch and be... Oh, cute! This is gonna be Zoe! All right, welcome, little Zoe. And Zoe, I think the idea of having a cow and a dragon be bred together is actually fantastic for the holiday, or the holiday. Huh, well look, some people like my sister definitely consider Halloween to be the holiday season. So if you guys have other ideas for cool things we could crossbreed during the Halloween holiday season, do let me know. But Zoe, you are going to be vocal, adventurous, and friendly. Oh, that sounds really fun. I wonder, the eyes almost make me think you might turn into a fox. So I'm keeping an eye on that one. No pun intended. All right, I really want to get some, whoops. No, we don't need a sim. That was just a hiker. Ignore her. But I really want to be able to actually get more fox-colored or more hippogriff-colored foxes or fox-colored hippogriffs. That's what, like, I'm crossing my fingers for. So let's see who this is going to be. All right. Yes! It's fox-colored! You guys, this is going to be Karen! All right, so we have little Karen, and we'll see if she ends up becoming... She is vocal, she's hairy, and she's loyal. So is she going to be big like a hippogriff and end up being like a fox hippogriff with really amazing wings or not? We will have to see. All right, let's go ahead. And then we're gonna come over here. And then we'll come on down, and this is going to be Brittany. Brittany, welcome, welcome. There we go. You're gonna be the next one to hatch and tumble right out. Actually, I just noticed we have like 2 perky ears and 2 floppy ears. That's really cute. I wonder like how many perky and floppy ears we're gonna get in the end. And I wonder if having perky ears might indicate that these little ones are going to be fox-sized like their dad. We'll have to see. And Brittany, you cannot give milk, my dear, so I have to re-roll for you. But you are going to be gluttonous and enjoy eating a lot of food, possibly those berries on the berry bushes. Jumpy and hairy. All right, all right, all right. I really want to see a hippogriff-colored baby. Still have my fingers crossed for that. Ah, really? Really? That's okay. Welcome to little Pepper. All right, Pepper. You still are cute. I mean, I do like the fact that you have 2 differently colored eyes. That's pretty mythical as well. And you are going to be a sleuth who is stubborn and playful. Huh, sounds adorable. And then this is... Yes! Yes! This is what I was hoping for! And look at that, you have the fox snout with like the little pointed fox eyes. That is so cool! Okay, that is kind of what I was really hoping for. This is Fia! Fia, welcome, welcome. The last egg to go ahead and hatch in our little hippogriff nest. And Fia, you are actually going to be, let's see here, a hunter who is aggressive and gluttonous, which sounds freaking adorable. Okay, so hopefully, like, it sounds adorable because, you know, hippogriff fox. I'm hoping that we get something that's really nice and, well, it wouldn't be nice, but that's mythical, that's fierce, that makes you feel like they're going to defend their cave and protect their territory as a hippogriff. And I'm getting those vibes from Thea. All right, it is time, my friends. Now that the eggs have hatched and the shells are clattering against the cave floor, and Timber is sniffing curiously at all of his children because I decided he did indeed come along to see what would happen when these eggs hatched. We're gonna go ahead and grow up the babies, and we're gonna roll the dice, and we're gonna see if they inherited the beak, the wings, and if they inherited the hooves, if they can. So first one up is Lynx, the white hippofox. You're so tiny! Oh my goodness! Alright guys, so we're gonna come over here with Lynx, and Lynx did actually roll to inherit the beak! Yes! So we do have a beak on Lynx. Oh man, that looks so cool! Okay, so we have a beak on Lynx. Unfortunately, we have no wings, but we do have hooves. So I'll come down to the bottom and we'll go ahead and put on some little cloven hooves. Let's see what type. We'll do these ones. There we go! Oh my gosh, Lynx, you're adorable. I don't even know, like, I guess this would be a hippofox. It's just really cute. I didn't expect those tiny little beaks to really win me over so strongly, but I love it. All right, let's go ahead and see what Zoe's gonna grow up into. Zoe! Oh my gosh, Zoe, you're huge. All right, so Zoe has gone ahead and grown up, and Zoe actually ended up inheriting the wings, but not the beak and not the hooves. Also, we're gonna re-roll the tail, I suppose? Yeah, we'll go ahead and re-roll the tail, and I'll just stick, because that's the dragon tail. I mean, to be fair, I guess you could end up with a dragon tail, Zoe. I'm not gonna question you, so I'm gonna leave that. I guess that's just like some sort of weird gene that popped out. Dragon tails, why not? All right, I mean, because this would be the whole dragon body if we were breeding dragons, which definitely sounds like something we'll need to do soon. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and put on the hippogriff wings, but I think, yeah, we'll leave them like pigeony colored wings, because I think that's kind of cool. Or maybe I should change them to match the body, actually. Okay, that's kind of fun. There you go, Zoe. I don't exactly know what you turned into, but you have a feathered tail too. Okay, that's pretty awesome. Then we have Karen, our only little fox one. So Karen, let's go ahead and see what you grew up into. Karen, you're just a tiny little fox. And Karen inherited the beak, the wings, and the hooves. Karen, you're definitely a hippofox. All right, so let's see what we can do. We can do the beak, which is pretty awesome. And then there are no feathered wings for the hippofoxes because they're a small dog. Like this one's a small dog. However, there are these little bat wings that we're just gonna have to pretend have feathers on them for now. All right, and then let's go ahead and give some nice hooves. And here is what I was hoping for. I didn't like expect the tiny skinny tail, to be honest, but it's the hippofox. It definitely looks more greyhoundy than I was expecting. This is quite intriguing. These are the kinds of mishmash magical creations that you just really have to sit back and enjoy summoning into existence around Halloween. It definitely gives me a lot more leeway to all those stories of like mages and magicians who create some sort of creature they didn't expect. I had an idea in mind. My idea did not come true. It kind of did, sideways. And I have more pity for the stories of magicians whose magical creations kind of run amok. All right, let's keep going. Brittany. Oh, Brittany, you're so small. Brittany. You inherited the hooves, but that's about it. And you also inherited the hippogriff's muscle structure. You look like you are ready to just take out a small tank, Brittany. That is extremely impressive. All right, Brittany, we'll go ahead and give you some hooves. There we go. So that you can charge. I mean, she looks like a tiny bull, actually. Like a very small little, maybe she should have been like a minotaur? All right, Pepper, you're up next. Oh. I think we ended up with like the ankle biter version of the hippogriffs. And Pepper, believe it or not, my friend, you didn't roll for anything. Not the beak, not the wings, and not the hooves. So Pepper, you are what you are. However, I think you have a very good heart. Something tells me Pepper likes to organize things in the cave. And then finally, we have Fia. Lovely little Fia. Let's go ahead and see what you grow up into. So fluffy! A fluffy hippogriff? Is that where we're going with this? Oh right, and Fia got the wings, but nothing else. Okay, this was actually really fun because when you look at all of the babies, they look nothing like each other. There's some, like, well, I guess they look somewhat like each other, but I would never guess that Pepper was related to Fia. And Fia, look at you. I feel like we need to keep Fia set aside for one of our like Random Pets Genetics Challenge grand finales, or they're not grand finales, but the championship finales, when we breed some of the best off against each other to see what we have created. But all right, that was a lot of fun. That was so much fun. I love Lynx. I think I love Lynx and Karen and Fia's unexpectedness the most, but of course I love all of them. Zoe and Brittany and Pepper as well. You have to love all your kids after all. But all right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. It feels so good to return to our Random Pets Genetics challenges. Be sure to leave your comments down below so that we can figure out more magical mixed breeds to whip up before the Halloween season is over. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!